Hello, I am Professor Frank T. Elliott, instructor for Humanities 21190, and I want to try a little something new by using a little state-of-the-art technology to explain uh, a little bit about the Module 12 uh, assignment requirement for an essay based on a Museum of Art visit for your proof number 3. So for starters, let's go to our course navigation pane and we're going to click on Module 12. When the page opens, you see a listing of all the assignments that are required for Module 12. The first one, of course, is the Rebel Chapter 5, which is a quiz worth 75 points. But then right under that, you see Cultural Activity Essay, Museum Visit, worth 100 points, and then the Proof of Attendance number 3, Museum Visit, worth 50 points, and then also the Extra Credit Essay, worth 100 points. All right, so we're going to scroll down and we're going to click on Cultural Activity Essay / Museum of Art Visit. Students are required to visit a museum of art, live or virtual, and write one essay. So we're going to click on this link for the details for this assignment. And I'm just going to jump right in here. All students are required to submit one cultural activity essay based on a museum of art. Now, I keep saying museum of art. You do not want to go to the Holocaust Museum. You don't want to go to an African art museum. You don't want to go to a marine science museum. You need a museum of art with a very wide array of art and cultures for you to choose from. Do not make the mistake of visiting the wrong type of museum. Now, you all are enrolled in Humanities 21190, so you focus on ancient cultures. So the art that you're going to select for your essay must reflect the ancient cultures we've been studying. Ancient cultures, in terms of the time frame, runs between 3000 BCE, before the Common Era, through 500 CE, the Common Era, okay? So, that certainly designates the time frame that you're looking for. So anything that you pick should be within that time frame. Okay. Ancient cultures, once again, ancient Egypt, ancient Africa, ancient Greece, Rome, India, China, and Japan. So when we say ancient cultures, we're talking about what? 3000 BCE to 500 CE. All right. That gives you that time frame, and then we've specified those ancient cultures. So no confusion there. The instructions reference the Chrysler Museum, which is located in downtown Norfolk. However, this does not mean that you need to travel long distance to come to Norfolk. You can find a museum of art in your area. You certainly can find a museum of art online that provides virtual tours. Make sure, though, you pick your art from what? 3000 BCE to what? 500 CE, somewhere within that range, somewhere within that span of time. And you're looking at these ancient cultures to choose from. You need a total of 6 pieces of art, right? But you don't want any more than 2 pieces of art from any one culture. So what am I saying? Let's say, for example, if you chose ancient China, Japan, and Africa, because these are of interest to you, then you don't want any more than 2 pieces from ancient China, 2 pieces from Japan, and then 2 pieces from Africa. Okay? Now, your essay must include, well, let me back up. I'm sorry. Most museums provide the formal name of the art displayed and a detailed description and brief history on a placard or a sign near the exhibit. So you want to use information that has been provided by the museum to make sure you have the correct description and name of the piece. And also, if an artist is involved, then of course you want to make sure you're giving them their proper credit. Now your essay, this is standard essay format. You want to start with the cover page, and the cover page is going to give the name of the university, Norfolk State University, the name of this course, HUM 21190, the Humanities, and the title of your essay. And then, of course, your name and the date. All right, now that's your cover page. Then you need an introductory paragraph. This is very simple. You're simply going to introduce what your paper is about. So the introductory paragraph will do just that. It's going to introduce what those that read your essay, what this paper is about. And just an example. For my proof number 3 assignment, I chose to visit the Chrysler Museum of Art. I will discuss in my essay art from ancient China, Japan, and Africa. Okay, so I'm just introducing, that's just a little rough example of how you want to start off, okay? But from that introductory paragraph, I should know what your paper is about. I should know that you've picked 6 pieces of art, and some students, even in that introduction, will go on and name what those 6 pieces were. But that's the point. Introduce what the paper is about. Next, in your format, in your narrative, this is where you start talking about your art. Now, I would suggest that you take pictures of the art. You pick 6 pieces of art. Use those 6 photos in your essay. Okay, and it kind of helps to kind of format the flow of your essay. So if you show the picture and the description, and then start to talk about the piece and why you chose this piece, what piqued your interest. Maybe you didn't like the piece. Maybe that's why you chose it. But once you've included the factual information about your piece, then you can start to talk about your perspectives. Perhaps there was something from some of the reading assignments that you want to kind of incorporate in your narrative. But you certainly want to share your perspectives. And as we see in the instructions, it clearly states essay must reflect the student's critical thinking skills. The essay must include the student's interpretation and opinions regarding the art that was selected. And you want to answer these questions. Where did you go? What museum did you visit? If it's an online site, what was the name of it? When did you go? What piqued your interest and why? The student must demonstrate an understanding of the humanities concepts learned thus far in the course, and provide some relative examples to further explain your particular perspective on what you're writing about. Make sure you use a 12-point font. Okay, no tiny print, please. Double spacing, minimum 550 words. And I suggest that you use the Microsoft Office program for your essay. By using a Word format, then it allows me to very quickly see the word count. Make sure you have that 550 word minimum. Also, Word allows you to do what? Spell check, grammar check, and will even give you some format guidelines. But let's see what else. Now, if you can, some prefer PDF file formats. That's fine, but you want that word count. So make sure you've paid attention and you've met those minimum words. Matter of fact, look, if you do the cover page, an introductory paragraph, pick 6 pieces of art and you discuss them thoroughly. All right, you don't have to turn this into a very long essay, but on the average, 550 words, double space with a 12-point font, normally takes up about 2 pages, maybe can spill over to 3. And yes, sometimes I do have students that like to really go into great depth about their museum experience, but just make sure you don't lose points because you did not meet the minimum requirements. Okay? All right. Let me go back now to Module 12. Just about finished here. Now that was on the cultural activity, the cultural activity essay. The proof of attendance. You're going to submit that proof of attendance separately from the essay, and some of the information might be the same. All right, so let's say you included photos in your essay. Well, for your proof of attendance, you could take those same photos with your along with your brief explanation. The photos serve as your proof, right? And then you need to provide an explanation to tell me what those pictures mean, right? For the proof of attendance portion. And then lastly, the extra credit essay. Let me click on this so you can see. Now, the extra credit essay, the way I laid this out, there are a number of short videos from news anchors on major news coverage that I believe connects to our humanities studies. And these are very important events that have happened within our world. And so scroll through and pick something that piques your interest. This is a very popular one, a quote from Hillary Clinton about gay people. Here is one, I am not Trayvon Martin. A young lady talks about being privileged in America and how that ties into the unfortunate tragedy that occurred to Trayvon Martin. We also have another article here, but look, I don't have to walk through each one, so I think you can see for yourself. This last one at the bottom is an open letter from Reverend Otis Moss to black clergy, which is also very interesting. So, and if you don't see anything here from these topics that I've listed, you can choose your own and just make sure that you follow the extra credit essay guidelines. You need to relate whatever you choose, but you need to talk about it, but within the context of the humanities. So you want to show a correlation. Okay. When you go to submit, where it says extra credit essay, you're going to click on that link and come here, and then you know how to attach your file and then click submit. Okay, so hopefully this was helpful to you. And again, this is my first time trying to use this particular app, so hopefully it will prove to be helpful to you. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.